You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, CBS soap opera fans. This is SoapDirt.com, and we have got your latest Young and the Restless daily spoilers for the week of April 3rd through 7th, 2023. We're going to break down exactly what's happening every day of the week next week, and we are not only going to get more on what is going on with Phyllis and her scheme, but also Victor Newman finally figures out that things are not as they seem at Newman Enterprises, and he susses out that his daughter is actively betraying him. And the big question is, what will he do then? So let's kick this off right away. Monday, April 3rd, 2023 on Y&R. It's season 50, episode 127. And we're going to see Victor Newman making a move to get his hands on Tucker McCall's company. If you've been keeping track of this corporate intrigue, then you will know that Tucker does not want any of the Newmans to have their hands on his company. He very specifically does not want Adam Newman sitting in the CEO seat, and Ashley Abbott doesn't want the Newmans to buy it either, and she owns most of the debt associated with the company. She wants Devon Hamilton to buy the company, but right now, Devon has zero incentive to buy McCall Holdings. Why? Because what he wanted was to stop the IPO, and he wanted his company back away from the Chancellor Winters merger. Now, while Jill and Lily aren't willing to let him take the company back, Victor's payoff to Jill did ensure that the IPO isn't happening. So what that means is that Devon can run his company kind of as its own entity, even though it's still part of the merged company. That's something that Lily promised him. So if he can do that, why would he buy his dad's company that has so much debt in it when he's got the company he wants at hand? So with that at play, the question is, will Ashley just sell to the highest bidder because she doesn't want to hold on to this? She just wanted to prove something to Tucker. So we'll see, but it's all very interesting, and there's more on the mustache later in the week. Then it's Tuesday, April 4th, 2023 on Young and the Restless, season 50, episode 128. We're going to see Nick and Sharon talking about their shared history and taking a look back at the past. The big question is, why is that happening? Sharon came as Adam's date and Nick came as Sally's date to the gala, but then Nick left with Sally and he left her at Crimson Lights eating her burger and fries with her baby daddy, Adam. And now Nick is over at the gala and he's talking to Sharon about their past. Are we about to see a couple swap? Is that what this vibe is? It's been a minute since Sharon had a romance, and she was kind of flirting with Chance, but that almost felt therapeutic than romantic. So we'll have to see, but this could be happening. Also, there's something that's shifting between Devon Hamilton and Abby Newman. This week on Y&R, he asked her to move in with him, which, other than the whole betraying her husband thing, that might not be a bad idea, because remember, Chance moved out of the family mansion and left her there, even though she's not a chancellor anymore since they've divorced. I'm also wondering if Devon is thinking about proposing to Abby. There was a scene this week where he was talking to her and he actually got down on his knees right next to her, and it felt like a proposal vibe. So we'll see how that goes. Then we're midweek on Young and the Restless at Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, episode 129 of season 50. Midweek, we are going to see Summer Newman completely lose it on Diane Jenkins. Remember, as we close down the cliffhanger episode, Phyllis's ambulance has gone MIA. Well, it had a wreck and she's gone MIA. So the big question is, where is Phyllis? And of course, Phyllis is wherever she and Jeremy Stark planned her to be, because this is all part of their scheme to ruin Diane and get her arrested for hurting her. That's why they set up the whole scene with the cat fight upstairs. And that's why Red and Stark got married. So you can bet that Diane is busily defending herself and throwing accusations at Phyllis. She might even be saying that this is some kind of plot, and then Summer loses it on her. But it seems like the things that Diane is saying are very accurate, but Summer is too worried and emotional to see the truth, even though she knows her mother is extremely capable of pulling a stunt like this, faking her death, running off, setting somebody up to take a fall. Those are all standard things that Phyllis Summers would do. That same day, we're going to have Elena Dawson making a move because she sees Victoria Newman is definitely a threat to her relationship with Nate. This week at the gala, Elena kind of staked her claim by kissing him in front of her, but she sees Vicky watching Nate. And of course, Nate is nice to look at. The guy is hot, but he is a cheating scoundrel. So Elena is going to get moving on her plot to bring JT Hellstrom back to town to hopefully distract Victoria away from Nate, but we'll see how that works. Given the way that Victoria's last go-round with JT ended, where he was abusing her. Now, of course, he had a medical condition and that's been cleared up, but it just doesn't seem like the kind of vibe that would help draw Victoria away from Nate. It might even push her closer to Nate. So we'll see if Elena makes a big misstep by bringing him in on this. Then it's Young and the Restless, Thursday, April 6, 2023, season 50, episode 130. We are going to see a very strange alliance as Jack Abbott works with Victor Newman about something. It's not clear if this is about Tucker's company, but it might be because Jack hates Tucker being near Ashley Abbott. And remember, Tucker proposed marriage to Ashley this week, and she's kind of entertaining the notion. And they think it would be kind of funny to counterbalance Diane and Jack's engagement with their own. So I could definitely see the mustache and Jack working together to try and cut Tucker out of Ashley's life. And that can be part of the plot to get Victor to purchase the company. Also, we're going to see Nikki Newman deciding that she needs to handle something herself. She takes matters into her own hands. There's really not a lot of information of what that would be about. It doesn't seem likely that it'd be related to Phyllis. It seems more likely maybe something to do with Nikki and Sally and the baby. That's my guess anyway. Also, Michael Baldwin gets a message that's a little bit disturbing. Now, remember, Michael Baldwin is very good friends with Phyllis Summers. He's also friends with Diane Jenkins, and he thinks that Phyllis is being completely unhinged and acting irrationally, but it could be that he gets a message that something has happened to Phyllis. This is probably part of this Phyllis and Stark plot, so it should be interesting to see what it is. We're going to close out the week on Friday, April 7th, 2023. It's Young and the Restless, season 50, episode 131. That same day, Adam Newman finds out he needs to battle for his place within the family. He just had a showdown with Victoria where Victoria basically said, yeah, Newman's going to buy Tucker and you're not going to be anywhere near it. And he knows that is definitely not what his dad's plans are. So he thinks that he will get his way, but it's going to be down to Victor deciding if he is going to reward Vicky's bad behavior or punish it. In the past, when Vicky has been ruthless, Victor has let her get away with it, even when it came to her being a real B to her little brother Adam. That same day, Victor finds out he's been lied to about things at Newman Enterprises. This end of the week spoiler is crucial because he is going to realize that Victoria has been working to buy Tucker McCall's company behind his back in order to put it under the umbrella of things that Nate is in charge of. She is trying to get this guy into bed and is giving him more and more power. It's a classic case of sexual harassment, as we wrote on soapdirt.com. He's clearly uncomfortable with it. He has rejected her. Even though he's tempted, she keeps pressing the issue and giving him more power at work, rewarding him for her feelings for him is definitely sketchy. Also on Friday, we're going to see Devon and Lily making a bargain to move ahead in peace. And so that should be really nice. There's a lot to see, and hopefully we'll find more next week about what Phyllis and Jeremy's end game is. We know they want revenge on Diane, and it seems like they're going to set her up for a crime of assaulting, killing, whatever, something against Phyllis. But the big news is we're headed into cliffhanger territory with Victor versus Victoria. She is steadfast in the fact that she will get Tucker's company and will not let Adam have it. And Victor is steadfast that he will get it and hand it over to Adam. We will see which of them has the boldest moves to make this happen. Be sure to come back to SoapDirt.com to get all of your daily Young and the Restless spoilers articles. Head back to Spotify or your favorite streaming platform for Soap Dirt's Soap Opera Spoilers podcast. And be sure and head on over to YouTube.com and check all our latest soap spoilers videos. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.